day 43. So we got to White Pass this morning pretty early. We only had about a 5-mile hike down. It actually ended up being 4 because we cheated and hiked through a ski area. Took a fair amount of time to get showers and laundry done because there was like 1 laundry machine and a very long line. But yeah, so we are about 9 miles into our last 100-mile section. So less than 90 miles to go. Sort of decided today, at least for myself, don't want to speak for Mark, but that, you know, I'm excited to see all the beautiful things in this section, but also I think this section is going to be a little bit more for me about completing the challenge and getting the 800 miles done, and maybe a little bit less about like popping a squat next to a nice lake. But sorry, not popping a squat next to a nice lake, sitting on my behind.
Shit on this lake.
Relaxing next to a nice lake. Although I am currently sitting on my behind, relaxing next to a nice lake. We're also, for the trip thus far, had sent ourselves food because we're pushing farther on mileage than we had originally planned. This is our first like resupply that's a little bit more hiker style. So I'm currently eating an entire bag of instant mashed potatoes that has not enough protein in it, but tastes pretty good. I put some instant based bacon bits and some like gravy mix powder in there. So it'll be fun on the last, 5 days or so here, where we're a little bit less concerned maybe about calories, to do a little bit of the hiker diet, which we've been lucky thus far. Although this bag of mashed potatoes tastes real good right now. So sit next to this lake for a minute. Mosquitoes are kind of buzzing around, and then we're gonna hike another 2 or so miles after we eat. All right.
Signing off.
Signing off. That's all I got today. Today was beautiful. A climb in the morning, a couple serene lakes, big meadows and wildflowers, and some smack-you-in-the-face views of Mount Rainier. A bit muggy, but it also rained on us in the morning. A good day overall. We're going to try for 24 miles tomorrow. Fingers crossed. Interested in us. From day 45. I did not do a check-in yesterday on day 44, so I'll kind of give you a 2-day double check-in. Yeah, I did it. Yesterday was a good day. We did about 20 miles. I don't know.
Yesterday was a day.
Yesterday was another day. We walked. We got up yesterday and we did some walking. We came through Mount Rainier National Park yesterday. Just some really beautiful views of Mount Rainier coming over the ridge after we hiked out of the sort of lower elevation river camp that we were at. It rained on us, but it was actually kind of like a nice rain. Like it wasn't super heavy where you get drenched, but just like a really nice, kept the air clean. It was a little bit cooler. It was just really pretty. Made all the forest smells good. And then in the afternoon got sunny and kind of warm. we made it to Chinook Pass, which is also in Mount Rainier National Park, and then hiked up out of there another 4 miles or so and had a very tight campsite with another few other people. It was the last sort of like good campsite for about 6 miles. So we wanted to go a little bit farther yesterday, but there just really wasn't potentially anything campable for us within 6 miles. So it was either do 20 or do 26.5 miles yesterday. Some really pretty lakes yesterday too. I don't even remember the name of the lake that we sat at for lunch.
Oh, I jumped in.
That was Sheep Lake. By far the best of all the sheep lakes. We've gone by like 4 sheep lakes so far, and that one was really nice. That was at the end of the day. Mark went for a swim. I would have gone for a swim, except for I was like stressed out about getting to the campsite because I knew there weren't very many spots, which is definitely a downside to hiking this stuff when it's during the class of the PCT and there's just like a shit ton of people out here. And today's been pretty chill. So we've already gone like almost 20 miles today. We're at the Ulrich cabin. Is that what it says over there?
Mike Ulrich.
Urich. No, it's the Mike Urich cabin.
Yeah, but Ulrich is better.
Okay. We're at the Mike Urich cabin, which is like a snowmobiling cabin here in north of Snoqualmie Pass. Just ran into some folks who are out here on the Jeep roads and all that good stuff. So definitely coming back into areas where it's national forest and not wilderness area where you can have vehicles and whatnot. We're going to go about another 4.7 miles today. So almost 25 miles. Really enjoying the day. It's beautiful. We've got a gorgeous meadow out here. I'm sitting in a nice, comfortable chair in the shade on a porch. Mark is lounging on the ground over here. Yeah, and so we're just enjoying our last couple days out here while also feeling ready to come off trail and kind of get back to a regular life, but also feeling that tension between really appreciating that we've had this time to be out here and being out here and seeing all the cool things and all the beautiful flowers and all the beautiful ridges and views and everything, but also, you know, realizing that we like our life and being away from it for 2 months is a long time. Also, I'm really excited to take a shower tomorrow or the next day after tomorrow. Yeah, we're going to try and do 28 miles tomorrow. See how it goes. I'm just doing a very quick day 46 check-in because we were trying to do 25 to 28 miles today, so I'm probably not going to do it later. Plus, there's really not that much like view stuff today, I don't think. So we started this morning about 40 miles from Snoqualmie Pass, which I can finally say now that we're almost there. Goal today is to get 25 to 28 miles, like I said, so that we have a sub 15 mile cruise into Snoqualmie Pass to our finish tomorrow. Both feeling ready to be off trail, I think. Shower, laundry, and get back to our life, but also gonna appreciate the next day and a half.
Man, I'm tired. Longest intentional day on the trip. I'm grateful these legs carried me a marathon plus. Crazy it's our last night out here. I'm excited, but I'm also sad to be exiting the trail. What an adventure.
You are getting the world's laziest day 47 check-in. So it is our last day on trail.
Hump day.
We only have 13 miles today total. We've just done about 4.5 or 5. Sitting next to a very nice lake, eating breakfast. However, I had my very last trail meal that I had made last night, and some component of said meal must have gone rancid. Because,
what was this nice meal?
I had a pesto ramen, but some component of that meal must have gone bad because I was up all night puking, and I feel like trash today. So on one hand, a little bit disappointed that like our last day on trail is kind of overshadowed by me feeling like I'm gonna barf. But on the other hand, I'm kind of happy that if it was gonna happen, it happened on the last day, both because we only have 13 miles and because I get to rest my body after the next 8 or 9 miles, which is what we have left today. So I may or may not be having a celebratory beer today, which is what I was planning on doing when we got to Snoqualmie. But I may instead be having a celebratory lay in bed and take a nap. But that's just kind of how you roll with it sometimes. As far as food poisoning goes, could have been a lot worse. And super grateful for Mark for being a trooper. Nothing says I love you like burying your partner's puke in the morning. So there we are. But also super stoked, and the lake we're at right now is really pretty, so I'm just enjoying it from a reclined position instead of sitting up. And I'm slowly introducing additional things into my diet. So I've been keeping down water this morning, so now I'm moving on to electrolytes, and we'll see where the day takes us.
It's a little called haggard. You're gonna be haggard.
Mm-hmm.